It's been a while since I put a video up on my aquarium, my American Cichlid tank, a 75-gallon tank. It's doing pretty good. So I thought I'd share where the progression of my fish. Majority of my fish are American cichlids. There's a few African cichlids. For you cichlid experts, I do know you shouldn't mix African and American cichlids together, and I believe in some regards not even Central and South American cichlids together. But nevertheless, I have them in the tank. I started out as a novice, of course, and still somewhat a novice about 8 months ago, maybe 10 months ago now. And here are my cichlids. And again, I just wanted to let you know how my tank is doing. I actually was away visiting my daughter and son-in-law for the last 2 weeks. My daughter had her first baby, my oldest daughter. And shout out to Zai, it's my grandson, my newborn grandson. Robin and I was down, my wife and I was down in visiting, but so I was worried about my fish. I actually bought a feeding block, actually two, and placed in the tank. And from the description of the package, the one feeding block will feed fish for about 10 days. Depending on the number of fish that you have. I forget the actual number, but I think I was right at that threshold. And I actually put two feeding blocks in there, so I wasn't sure how they're gonna react. And so as I was approaching past 10 days, I was getting worried about my fish. And so I cut I intended to stay three weeks, but I cut my vacation short. Robin and I, we came back, and the worst part of it was that the water needed to be changed. So we was at that critical level of water change. So we did a 50% change instead of our normal 25%. I did a 50% change, and I'm going to continue to monitor it. May have to do another 25% change probably tomorrow. But anyhow, the fish is looking pretty good. They look pretty healthy. I'm going to try to zoom in so you can get an idea of what I have here. I have the two yellow cichlids are African cichlids. They're jewel cichlids. My bad. I apologize. They're yellow lab cichlids. Two yellow labs. The two orange cichlids are jewel cichlids. They actually had fry. The darker orange is the male, the lighter orange is the female. The darker orange there, he was experiencing some stress, and he's starting to recover. I don't have my hospital tank or sink tape up right now. As you can see him in the corner there. They kind of stay together a lot, those two. Again, that's the female right there. And they actually had some fry, and that I wasn't expecting that, and I really didn't want them. And so I didn't feed them as such. I fed the tank as if they were adults. And only one survived out of the gazillion that was hatched. If he flies, if he swims through the video, I'll try to point them out to you. But then I also have a firemouth. That's him right there. He's really aggressive. He wants to be the tank boss. I think he's a Central American cichlid. And then the really big boy there. Where is he? Right there. He is a Texas cichlid. He is the tank boss. He's not really aggressive, but they don't mess with him. He eats first, so I guess the biggest portion when it goes into the tank. So that's my firemouth. And right there, he's the most, well, to the bottom here. The pink cichlid is a convict. Normally they're black and white, black stripes, but that is a convict cichlid. He is aggressive, believe it or not. he tries to bully the others, and a lot of them, like the Firemouth, they stand their ground. Um, Over here, I'm trying to get used to this handheld stick I have. Uh, this is my most recent addition. That is a Green Terror. Uh, I cannot wait till he become an adult. I got him about about a month ago. He's the most recent, and he's taken well to the tank. They don't mess with him. He was a little smaller than that, so he's really gained some size in the last few weeks. Um, so I'm looking for his growth as an adult. A lot of the fish can live up to 8, 10 years, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Um, so that is my Green Terror, a juvenile still. That's my Texas. That's my Firemouth. Let's see what else. Let me just come out some. Over here is my flower horn, one of my favorites. So he's still somewhat of a juvenile. He's going to obtain a nice size hump on his head when he becomes an adult, and really beautiful colors when they become adults. So look the flower horn up, Google flower horn, and you'll get a better idea what he's going to look like when he's an adult. I just cannot wait till he becomes an adult. Actually, all of them, because they're gonna have different colors or take on different shapes. Not shapes, but well, some like the flower horn with the hump on top of his head. Again, this yellow lab with the black fins, he's been in the tank longer of the two. He's more yellowish. That's an African cichlid. The two orange are the two jewels. They are African cichlids. And what's right there? Can I see? That's the other yellow lab. He's not as yellow as you can see. But he came in second behind the other yellow lab, and again, that's an African cichlid. Here is my Jack Dempsey, another one of my favorites right there. This is my Jack Dempsey, that boy right there staring at us. And I'm looking for his growth as well. He of all the fish seems the cichlids tend to change colors the most, depending on the what I'm looking for, the buffer level, I believe, the level of oxygen that may be in the tank at the time. But he's a hardy fish. So is that convict and that Texas cichlid. Probably the only North American cichlid, the Texas cichlid. Again, he's probably get maybe 8 to 10 inches when he reaches full maturity. I just want to give you a look at my tank and how it's progressing. It's my form of relaxation and meditation. I have not gotten a canister for this tank yet. It's a 75-gallon tank. I plan to do so to get rid of the filter that's at the top. It holds up to 4 filters. As you zoom in on that. Again, I'm getting used to this stick here. And get a canister to go in at the bottom of the cabinet. And I was trying to find the baby fry, and I think maybe him over there inside this little stone. I think that may be him. I can't get a better look. He usually swimming out and about with the others. So yep, here's my fish, my cichlid tank, American cichlids mostly, and a few African cichlids, about 4 actually to be exact. Well, 5 since they had it. Oh, and this big thing at the bottom is a pleco, algae eating fish. He's gotten really huge. He seems to, even though he cleans the tank, he produces the most waste. I don't really care for him, but Robin likes him, so that's why he's in the tank. Other than that, if she didn't like him, he'd be gone. But he's a traditional looking pleco or algae fish. There are others that look more exotic like. But my favorites again are of course, the tank boss. There he is right there. For some reason, he thinks he has. I think he knows we're looking at him when I put the camera on him. That's my boy right there. I really haven't given him a name yet. I should name him, but yeah, that's my boy. And then there's where is he? He was over here. There he is. There he is. My flower horn, and of course, I'm really taken to my green terror because I know what he's gonna look. He's gonna look like when he becomes the. Oh, there's the red tail shark. I have one of those, like that's like a staple in most aquariums, novice aquariums like mine. And then there he is, my green terror. Yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, I gotta get used to this stick. I'm not used to this stick. This gimbal or whatever they call it. You know, I need to learn how to use it. I spent a lot of money on it, so I got my 2 boys together, and then the pink convolute fig. Again, I'm a novice still, but it's a nice little hobby, and I'm going to change the decor of the tank. This is like just for now. I want more driftwood, real driftwood, not that poster up in the back. I want real driftwood, and probably the substrate change to a darker substrate. But again, I don't plan on getting any larger than 75 gallons because it's a lot. I gotta get a new what you call a python or hose that change the water, because that's a hassle with the current one that we have. It's an old one, but ideally you should do a water change once a week, about 20% water change, ideally, and check your water once daily. I have some test sticks that I test, make sure they have. Again, I'm running all the nitrates, nitrites, or I can't remember. All of the parameters that you should be checking. So you should be checking. Of course, how freshness the water is. They came to the corner there because they're ready to be fed. As you can see, if I come to the corner, they all gather because they're ready to eat right now. They saw me get over there, so you can watch me feed them. I need to go get some more food. I got some flakes and I have pellets. I also just finished eating some some frozen shrimp. I'm out of that, so I got to buy some more. You also want to check the hardness of the water. Check the chlorine. Make sure there's zero chlorine. You want to check the alkalinity. I'm not sure how I'm pronouncing it correctly. And again, the pH balance of the water. You want for the cichlids, I think 7.2, I think 6.8 to 7.2. So I have the test sticks to test my water on a daily basis, to try to keep healthy fish and thriving. And if you keep your water up, they should develop really nice colors. And I love that green terror. He's just really, really growing. So I'm gonna walk over to the tank and throw some flakes in there, and you'll see them gather to the left side of the tank. Get excited. You can hear them jumping up. That's a little bit too much. That's the flower horn. He's really aggressive when it comes to feeding. He's not shy about coming up to get some food. My flower horn. And what I've read, you should put enough food in your tank for them to consume everything within 3 minutes. And I'm still trying to get good at that. I usually don't overdo it. And so the more food you put in, the more poop you're gonna have or waste you're gonna have, and the more water changes you're gonna have to do because of it. You should feed your fish at least twice a day, sometimes three times a day, depends on what type of fish you have and how many you have. I understand that when you have smaller fish, they should have enough hiding places, and places where the more aggressive fish don't have line of sight of them, and they can just live in harmony with the larger fish. If you have enough hiding places and where they cannot remain in the line of sight with the larger fish. So it's my tank. It's my cichlid tank. I really like this tank. We went from a 35-gallon tank to a 75-gallon tank. And there's my that flower horn over there. Yeah, he's a greedy something. Do love to eat. They all do. Hope you enjoy watching the video.